Hello, my name is Professor Stevens. You can call me Professor Stevens or Mr. Stevens. Some people call me Dr. Stevens. You don't have to call me Dr. Stevens, though. I'm not a doctor. Um, I do like Dr. Pepper, though. But anyway, uh, and I am going to be your professor for this course. So, first and foremost, I am from Georgia, Macon, Georgia to be exact. It is the geographic center of the state, or I think some part of it is. Otis Redding is from there. Other famous people that I can't think of right now. Usually, he's just the first person I go to kind of help people figure out where is Macon, Georgia. Um, so anyway, Macon, Georgia is where I'm from. I also lived in Atlanta for 10 years before I moved out to Arizona because I went to school there and I just really liked the area a lot. Some background about my family. I grew up in a household of just three people. There was myself, my sister, and my older sister who's 4 years older than me, and my mother. My mother was a educator as well. She was an English professor and high school teacher. Um, so I'm not really sure, or she's not sure where we got our love for mathematics from. So my sister also likes math. She works actually for a banking company. Um, not actually sure what she does, but she has her degree in business uh, and an MBA as well, focusing mainly on marketing. But anyway, we've always loved math. When I was younger, my sister would come home sometimes and teach me the different things that she was learning, even though she's 4 years ahead of me in school. And she would teach me different things, and I would eventually I caught up to her, and when I was surpassing her, I'll never forget this when she was first learning algebra. Uh, I looked over and I was like, that doesn't make sense what you're doing. She's like, oh, you just don't understand. I was like, no, it doesn't make sense because you're doing this wrong. I believe. She's like, no, I'm not doing it wrong. You're not taking this. You're 4 years younger. You don't know what you're talking about. And I was right. And then she got really mad and she kind of stopped teaching me as much. um, but eventually passed her in that. And I don't know, she kind of just probably helped foster this love of math that I had. Um, Actually, when I was in second grade, one of my teachers told me, hey, you're really good at math. You should go to Georgia Tech. And that was second grade. And when I graduated high school, well before that, I had already decided, hey, I'm going to go to Georgia Tech. It was just stuck in my head. And that's where that came from. So that's where I went to school, on the Georgia Institute of Technology in Atlanta, Georgia, also known as Georgia Tech, home of the Yellow Jackets. Um, so yeah, so I went to school at Georgia Tech, and while I was there, I studied mathematics because hey, I'm already good at this thing, and I like it a lot. So why not? Um, and while there, I grew to love computer science as well. Well, not entirely, not hardware, more software development and programming, because it was very logic based, and it just seemed kind of cool. It's like, how do I make this do this? So it's very applied, which is what a lot of your course is going to be about. Actually, all of it. You're learning this stuff. You're learning this mathematics in order to apply it in your field, in your own personal home life, but to apply it, because that's the whole point of anything that we learn. It should be to apply, not just for, ooh, look at what I know. I'm so smart. No. There are people that want to do that, and if you want to do that, that's fine. You can do that, but honestly, what's the point? Just so that you can shoot your ego? That's cool. If you want to do that, that's fine, but kind of leave that outside of the discussions for this course. Actually, no, just leave it out in the discussions for this course, because the purpose of this course is to build your knowledge and your understanding of mathematics, and to get rid of any fears, doubts, or worries that may be there caused by mathematics. And that's actually why I wanted to become an educator in the first place, because growing up, I saw a lot of my friends slowly start to do worse in school. And as we moved forward and moved on, and it was honestly most of the time centered with mathematics. And it was always because someone told them, hey, you're just not good at this, or oh, you're not good at this, or you just don't get it, or why don't you just pay attention, or just different things like that. And that just unsettled me a lot. And I would help them and they would get better, but it was just like this mindset of already someone, an adult teacher, or another classmate, or just themselves. They've been told by themselves sometimes that I'm not good at this, so I'm not gonna succeed at this. But from now on, I every time I see this, I already know I'm not gonna be good at it. I just need to somehow try to pass. Like, it's not just about passing, it's about understanding it and conquering whatever fear there is that has come into your mind about it, because you can do the math and you have done it for most of your life. Um, when you go to the grocery store and you got $20 in your pocket and you're like, all right, I really want some food. I'll get this and this and this and this, and that'll be enough because I don't want to spend too much. It's like you don't go to the register and be like, oh, sir, this costs more than $20. That doesn't happen because you're usually estimating like, oh, this is how much this costs. This is how much this costs. That's about this much in total. So I have enough now. Or you can go and you're like, I need to have $20 and I want to get nothing but beef sticks. How many beef sticks can I get? You look at the price, it says $1.39. You're like, okay, that's close to $2. So, all right, so I'm gonna get about 10. Actually, I think I'll get 11. I think I'll be good. I'll be good with getting 11 of them. And then you get by, and you're like, oh, okay, good. That was the right amount. Awesome. So, um, you use math all the time, and a lot of times we just don't realize it. And um, but when we're in a classroom setting, we freak out about it, and we're not gonna have that. I mean, you will have that. That stuff will come up, but I want to make sure that I'm here to help you overcome those fears and to help you be able to overcome them yourselves when those come up in the future. Because you shouldn't fear a number. Um, Man made numbers, gave them symbols for them, and gave them meaning. And we continue to discover lots of different things with them. So there should be no reason for us to fear them at all. But we do need to know how to use it properly, just like any tool. Like you have a hammer or a knife or whatever, you have something that seems scary or dangerous, could seem scary or dangerous, or make you worry. It's kind of silly to talk about a number in that way, but that's how, honestly what's in the root of it. That's how we think of these sometimes. Um, but when you understand how to actually properly use it, that fear or those worries and those doubts about them, they slowly begin to go away. And you start using them, and you start using them, and then guess what? You're comfortable doing it, and you don't even remember like, oh, I used to be kind of afraid of that, or hey, I used to kind of like stop a little bit when I see that. Like, no, you just go right for it. And so that's what I want you to be able to do it in this course. So if you ever have any questions, please feel free to email me. And I'm going to put lots of sources up for you all. Besides just myself, but I will be doing videos, but besides myself, just different things for you to use. Because again, the purpose of this course is for you all to be confident that, hey, I can do the math. So anyway, I could talk a lot about math because, hey, I love math. One of the other things love so much is helping people. Um, and so it's great to be able to combine those two things together with tutoring and with teaching as well, especially with teaching, uh, because the whole point is to help you succeed. Um, and that isn't just helping you pass with a grade. That's not what it's about. It's helping you succeed. Success is not based solely on what kind of grade you got in class. Success is based on your understanding and how you're able to use what you learn. Uh, and sometimes you don't want to use what you learn, or you don't want to learn. And so in that case, success is just passing that class. This is definitely not one of those courses because you definitely need it for the fields and the fields you're going into, the accreditation that you're getting, possibly, or the degree you're getting in this department. So, um, so yeah, I was a high school teacher. I was a tutor. Actually later on I became a software developer as well. Just because, like I said earlier, I love that programming, and I love the software side of computer science. Just how logical it was and how things just made sense. It was just properly applying that mathematics in a different way. Uh, and so yeah, well, I think I've said a lot about myself. Um, and now it's going to be your turn. So after this video, you should see a link to an assignment, your first discussion assignment, um, which will be about introducing yourself. You can do so with a video, or if you want to write in paragraphs or use cool emotes or drawings and pictures, whatever, but some way that you can tell me about the following. Because I want to know about you. I want to know who you are. So, like your name, maybe even a preferred name to go with that, a way to contact you, like email address, or something you're comfortable with sharing with me and the other classmates as well. Some of the other courses you're taking, because maybe when I'm talking to you, I can incorporate some of those things that you're doing in your course with that. Or sometimes I've even had students ask me, hey, I've been doing this at work, or I've been doing this in this course. I see them. I see that we've done something similar. We talked about something similar in class. I just want to know if it does fit, and I'm able to help them see that hey, yes, that mathematics does fit in this scenario, and it usually helps them better understand what's going on in their class. So I want to know about what courses you take. I want to know about your interests, your hobbies. If you like mountain biking or you like Korean barbecue, because if you like Korean barbecue, I do too. Um, if you like just like I like pool or whatever. It's just some things that or interest you or hobbies that you have. Um, I want to know like about your family if you're willing to share some things about your family members. Like I talked to you about my mom and my sister. Um, like hey, I live with my mom, or hey, I live with a couple of friends, and we're all going to school to do the same thing, or whatever. Career goals you have, especially like hey, I'm getting accreditation for this job I have, or hey, I have this current job and I want to go into this field instead, so that's why I'm in school. That's what I'm going for, um, or just whatever you're willing to share in that aspect. Um, and then the second thing is not as much personal, just my things about yourself. It's more about your mathematic background because I just want to know how do you feel about math. So discuss your feelings about math. Be honest, but be professional as well. Uh, and I think you understand what I mean. But and then what courses did you excel in when you took math? Did you like geometry but hated algebra? Did you I loved everything when we were in elementary and middle school. When we got to high school, things got weird. Or oh, I always loved it. Or I've always hated it. Just discuss that. Just tell me about that. So in the parts that you did like, try to think of something. There's always usually at least one thing you liked about something, and then there's usually a lot of things that you don't like. Try to keep the don't likes limited because you don't want to get too negative about it, but you do want to be honest. Like, hey, I didn't like when we did algebra, or I didn't like when letters came involved. I didn't like decimals. I don't like fractions. You know, just whatever it is, just talk about it. Be open and honest about it. Again, keeping it professional and respectful. Uh, and like be specific about the subjects too, because I kind of want to keen in on what it is that I can help you personally with mathematics, and then talk about what do you expect to gain from taking this course, and tell me more than just get a letter grade, unless that is honestly what all you care about is just getting a letter grade. And tell me about what do you want to get in this class as well. Do you want an A? Do you want a B? Do you want just a C? Or do you want to just make the grade? Like whatever it is. Um, but talk about what you want to gain as well. Do you like? I want to get a better understanding, or I want to gain confidence in mathematics, like you talked about, Mr. Stevens. I want to be able to use math in my field appropriately, um, and just share from your heart, and give some time. Give some time to think about those things, because again, the whole purpose is for me to have a way to say, okay, oh, this is something that so and so struggles with. This is something someone that they liked about it, or oh, I know how this will connect with what it is they're doing in their field, or what they may do in their field later. Uh, so, because the whole point of any teacher's job, is should be, and is, in my opinion, to help you, the student, better understand the material so that you can apply it. Math can seem like and all subjects can seem like some kind of mystical, intellectual know-how thing, but that to me that just seems useless. Just to know things, just to know things. Um, there's no purpose behind that. Well, there is a purpose behind the things that I'm going to be teaching you and the things that we'll be going over, the things we will be reviewing. It's for you to use them and to be confident that, hey, I can do this if I need to. So, yeah, well, enjoy this course. You'll be seeing more of me in videos and maybe around campus as well. And let's get ready to do the math.